Well, this morning we started a series on Titus, which is really good. We're going to be keying in on three big parts in Titus, which is really the keys to the book, which is good, strong leadership, good, strong people, and then good, strong, rooted doctrine. And we talked a little bit about Titus, kind of where he came from, and why Paul kind of had him set at that task at Crete. Crete was like a small city just outside of the Mediterranean, where there was lots of trade coming in and coming out. It was really a great place to spread the gospel because there were so many people coming in to trade, and then, like I said, going out. It just was incredible for that. And so Titus he was a strong, faithful believer. He had had many adventures with Paul and had kind of proven himself as the kind of guy that was really faithful. And he just was just a great guy. And so he really Paul keys in with Titus and talks about what good, strong leadership looks like, and good, strong people and doctrine, because we're really just talking about having a healthy church, and how to stay healthy as a church, and not only staying healthy as a church, but staying healthy as people in a dark world. Mm-hmm. The Crete was a really, really dark place. There was a ton going on, immorality, all sorts of stuff going on in Crete that just were not good at all. It could have been easy for a church that was kind of planted there to get sucked into that culture, but it didn't. In fact, it flourished and it grew, and a lot of people believe it was because of Titus's leadership there. So over the next few weeks with Double Edge, we'll be talking a little bit more about those three things, So Nigel, when you think of good, solid leaders that you've had in your life, what's an attribute or a character that you like in a good, strong leader that you would look up to?
Faithfulness, dependability, being there for you, in good times and bad times, not just when things are bad, but just being there, and somebody that you can call and you can trust and you can go to, that they can be a go-to. Not that you want to rely, you want to rely on a guy at first, but somebody that will be there and that will give you wisdom. Somebody that will speak, and they tell you the truth. They're not gonna sugarcoat things. Yeah. They're going to speak the truth in love, and they're going to tell you if something needs to change. They're not just going to pat you on the back and say everything's good all the time and, oh, you're doing such a good job. They're not afraid to confront you and tell you if you need to make some changes as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's good it's great to have leaders that are just present in your life, during those moments in your life when maybe things are not the best, and you feel like you can be transparent with them and really open up to them and know that they're really there for you. They want you to win. I think of a good leader like a good coach. They want you to win. They want the team to win, but they want you to win too. And so they're not afraid to just kind of, like, I've had a couple of coaches that weren't afraid to kind of pull you aside and say, hey, this really isn't working for the team, and this really isn't working for you, and these are some of the things that you can do to kind of improve on that. And I always really appreciated that about having good, strong coaches in my life to kind of be real with me. I was talking recently with someone here who had their dog recently passed away. It wasn't me. Our dog passed away. This is somebody else. Dog passed away, and their boss actually showed up at their house, I believe with a card or something, to just tell them how sorry they were that their dog had passed away. They were there when their pet had passed away. And this is like a pretty big organization. This isn't a little organization. The person took the time to really be there with somebody when they were kind of going through a hard time. So When I think of good, strong leaders, I think of that too. Somebody who's present in our lives when we need them.